I'm Richard Muyungi. I'm the Assistant Director of Environment in the Vice President's Office of the United Republic of Tanzania. I have been the first chairman of the Adaptation Fund board, which I'm still serving now. Having been as the first chair of the board, I do believe that the fund is effective in terms of delivery. We are seeing now they take less than a year from the conception to delivery. And in international financing, this looks as a big milestone. The governance, to me, is very important. The recipient countries, which are developing countries, they have the majority of the board members in the board. And I think what is important is that that creates a sense of ownership. We have now NIEs, what we call National Implementing Entities, operational in Uruguay, in Senegal, and many other countries. We're looking forward to further building on this because there are a number, of course, of challenges, and I can come to that. But I think to date, being able to put in place a fund operational through the direct access mechanism, tested on the ground, seeing projects on the ground as we are seeing now in Senegal, this is the biggest achievement in the international financing of adaptation. Key lessons, I think putting in place new structures is a challenge, but I've also learned that it's possible. The lessons learned is that, one, you need to know that under this pressure you must stay cool so that you put all the systems well. You don't have to rush because what you are putting in place today becomes permanent in the next 20, 30 years. We have two committees now as well as the panel. These are important bodies, and I think as a lesson, you cannot work as a board unless you have these bodies helping you in some of the work which you're supposed to be doing as a board. And let me also say, as a lesson, you need to listen to other stakeholders. We have listened a lot to the stakeholders, to the civil society, and they have helped us a lot to shape the fund as you see it today. Africa is a big continent with diverse needs. The challenges are diverse. What is more important is that all these challenges are really aggravated by increased impacts of climate change. And we see a lot of this, as I said, in the recent years. Lake Chad is a very good example, but for Tanzania, the melting of the ice cap of Kilimanjaro has been an icon on the clear impacts of climate change and on the continent. And all these will require adaptation measures in terms of increased financing, in terms of increased capacity, in terms of increased technologies, which require resources probably the fund can contribute upon. That addressing climate change is a big challenge. It requires capacity, it requires collaboration, but more importantly, it requires financial support. It is important for the international community to understand that this is an additional burden over and above sustainable development challenges for many developing countries. And increase financial support in a more expedited manner to these countries will be very important to safeguard their sustainable development needs as well as their future in terms of the impacts of climate change.